You're about to listen to a short excerpt from The Fight, a frank discussion, strategy, and plan for working on desire.
If a person wants to work on desire, you have to fundamentally understand yourself. And to do that, you have to understand the way your Creator fashioned you and formed you. The Chovos Halevavos in Sha'ar Avodas Elokim explains that when Hashem made the human, Hashem took two diverse parts and put them together. You see, there's a half of me that is a cheilek Elokim, a pure neshamah that came from under the kisei, hakavod, from under Hashem's throne. And that part of me only wants to do what's good, what's right, what's noble, what's proper, my pure, holy neshamah. And then Hashem took another part, a nefesh habahami. A nefesh habahami is an animal soul. Look at any animal in the wild kingdom, you see they have all of the desires, all of the instincts pre-programmed to keep themselves alive as well as the species. The dog hungers. The lion roars. They have an innate desire to do what they need to do, and the human being was made of two diverse parts. There's a part of me that's good, that's noble, that's proper. There's a part of me that's base desires. And you have to understand that these two parts are constantly fighting for primacy. They're constantly fighting for control of I. You ever notice 1 minute I could be dominating, speaking to Hashem right there. The next minute I'm gone. I don't even know where I am. I wake up, I take 3 steps back and I say, where am I? You see, I have two diverse elements, two voices within me, a pure neshamah and a nefesh habahami. And not only are each of these vying for primacy, fighting for control, one or the other is constantly becoming stronger. Much like a muscle that you use and it becomes stronger, and with disuse it atrophies, the more you give in to either one, the stronger it becomes. And the more a person allows his desires to rule him, the stronger and stronger they become, the more dominant, the more prominent, the more they take control of him. And the opposite, the more a person learns to control those desires, the more a person learns to use them when appropriate, but only when appropriate, and control them, the weaker they become, less sway they have over him, the less dominance. The battle isn't won in a day, but that's the fight. It's a slow battle, one day after day, week after week, until the nefesh habahami becomes weaker and weaker. And this is one of the great concepts that needs to be understood. What you're asking to do for yourself is to change the very essence of you. Your Creator gave you the capacity. Learning Torah is the ultimate spiritual nourishment. It'll give you the strength. Certainly understanding the techniques and certainly focusing on it will help you. But at the end of the day, you're changing the very essence of you. The nefesh habahami that wants to come to the fore, that wants to control, you have to make it weaker and weaker. You have to know that every time you give into it, it becomes stronger. Every time you control it, it becomes weaker. And that's ultimately the fight, this balance between one part and the other. And that's constantly what you're engaged in, constantly what you're involved in. The way to win it is to win battle after battle. Slowly, the nefesh habahami becomes weaker, has less sway, until many years later, it no longer controls you. You control it. You're a different type of human being.
You've been listening to a short excerpt from The Fight, a frank discussion, strategy, and plan for working on desire. The Fight, as well as many other series, are available at theshmooze.com or on the Shmooze app for iPhone or Android.